Bantu migration, Carlos Viltis. Who are the Bantu peoples? The Bantu peoples are the speakers of the Nitu languages who are located in the sub-Saharan Africa divided into indigenous ethnic groups. The Bantu peoples were spread around Central Africa across the African Great Lake to Southern Africa. They spoke about 353 Bantu languages. They were predominantly Christian and minority Islam. Using both stone and iron tools, they successfully grew crops such as millet, sorghum, dry rice, beans, oil palms, and melons, although they grew only sufficient crops to meet their own needs. Bantu migration. The migration of the Bantu people from their origins in southern West Africa saw a gradual population movement sweep through the central, eastern, and southern parts of the continent, starting in the mid-second millennium BCE and finally ending before 1500 CE. Eventually, the Bantu dominated with the exception of the South Africa and the Nabalim Desert, all of the African continent south of a line crossing the southern Nigeria to Kenya. Reasons for migration: exhaustion of local resources, agricultural land, grazing lands, and forests, overpopulation, famine, epidemics, increased competition for local resources, warfare between rival tribes or as a consequence for succession disputes, climate change affecting crops, a spirit of adventure. What happened because of the Bantu migration? The spread of the Bantu and the Bantu-related languages, the spread of iron smelting and smithing technology, the spread of pottery techniques, the spread of agricultural tools and techniques. Deforestation, as charcoal was needed to smelt iron and metal tools made forest clearing easier. The spread of certain foods into new areas such as plantains, bananas, and yams, an increase in people living in villages, which in turn created more distant regional societies. Kingships formed, and there were further developments in technology. The retreat of some indigenous